Hello Libra gang, how are you? How are you really? This is your weekly tarot reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray that all is going well with you. We're going to go ahead and dive into your weekly tarot reading for this week. Only take these messages as they resonate, leave the rest. Okay. Alright, so here Libra gang, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. And we also have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So, my damn leg itch. It's almost as if we're looking at something that's really good in our lives and we're just wondering about if it's something that's actually legit or if it's something that's actually stable or if it's something that we could actually like really depend on, okay? If it's something that we could really stick with here, okay? So why the Four of Wands in reverse, okay? With this being Four of Wands in reverse, it's just kind of like, is this something that will be here in the long run? Is this something I can depend on, okay? So like, for some of you Libras, if y'all are dealing with a new person, or if you're married, it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, everything's going really good, but it's just kind of like, is this going to be something that I can depend on in the long run? Is this something that's legit, okay? Is this something legit, okay? Or is this something that I would want to do for the rest of my life, okay? Or even on your job, okay? Alright, what else do we have for Libra gang for this week? Okay. Alright, here we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, okay? So, why though? Libra gang, it kind of looked like we're just really overthinking, okay? Because if this is Nine of Pentacles, okay? This is Nine of Pentacles, Libra gang. This is something solid. It's something legit. It's something we can rely on and depend on. And it's something that would be really good to stick with. So why are we questioning it, okay? Our reading kind of sounds like Taurus's reading and almost like it's like Aquarius's reading, okay? It's like we have a good thing, but we are just not sure about it. It's like we're questioning it, we're doubting it, okay? And with this Ten of Wands in reverse, okay, it's almost as if like we're overwhelmed about it, okay, or thinking about it really hard, okay? So like, why though? Why the Ten of Wands in reverse, or why the Four of Wands in reverse? All right, Libra gang, so this reading for us in particular, it kind of sounds like our reading from like 3 weeks ago, like the very first reading that I put out for us, basically about this past experience that we had a lot of lessons that we learned from, okay? We learned a lot of lessons over here. And now it's just kind of like whatever happened in this past situation, Libra, it has us not in the best energy when it comes to forming partnerships now, or when it comes to getting into business deals now, when it comes to, you know, making friends. It's like we are not in the best energy when it comes to partnering up with other people, whether it be romantically, financially, spiritually, physically, just it doesn't matter. But this thing of the past has us questioning something that is legit, it's long lasting, it's reliable, it's enduring, it will sustain through anything, and it's also very emotionally fulfilling, okay? Or this is a person who has our best interest at heart, okay? But we are doubting it. Like, is this something really reliable? Or is this a person I could really trust? Is this somebody I could really let my guard down with? Is this somebody I could really be vulnerable with? Is this somebody that I can really, you know, trust with my heart? And it's just, we're really, it's like we feel tugged in many directions because our fears are coming from many different angles, okay? And it's all because of this past experience, okay? And with this being the Two of Cups in reverse, this past experience may have involved another person. Okay, with that being the Two of Cups in reverse, and it was just a very, to me, it gives me the vibe of just a very bad experience. Okay, and it put a very bad taste in our mouths when it comes to, you know, being introduced to new people, new connections, whether it's business, finance, romance, like whatever the case may be. When it involves other people, it's like we have this guard up, because it's just kind of like, you know, we know what happened the last time that our guard was not up. That's all we have on repeat. We're having fears hit us from different angles, like, is this person trustworthy? Is this person reliable? Is this person dependable? Can I be myself around this person? Do they really love me? Do they really care? Are they like the person in the past? Are they gonna hurt me like the person in the past? You know, is this gonna work out? Is this what's right for me? It's just so many questions that have not been answered in our head. You hear that part, in our head. All of this is in our head, okay? And we're air signs, so we're very known to overthink. The element of air is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because we're air signs, we're very intellectual, we think a lot. The curse is we're intellectual, we think a lot. Okay, so sometimes things could be going absolutely fine, like they are over here. Okay? Absolutely fine. But in our intellectual brains that always like to be stimulated, our brains always like to have some stuff stirred up there, we are in this energy of basically not trusting. Okay? We're in a very cynical energy, kind of pessimistic, and kind of just expecting things to go bad. So pretty much like Aquarius and Taurus is reading, it's like we have a good thing in front of us, but it's like we question it. It's almost to the point to where we low-key feel like it's just too good to be true. And it's all because of this past experience. Like in the past, this person was really nice. This person seemed very trustworthy. Like this person was everything, well, appeared to be everything that this person right here actually is. So it's just kind of like, am I coming across another person, whether it's business related or job related or romantically? Y'all just apply it however it resonates. But it's just like, is this really the real deal this time? Like, is this legit? Is this just a fraud like this thing in the past, okay? But like, with these two cards, the way they came out together is letting me know that some type of partnership in the past, whether it was financial related or whether it was romantic, some type of partnership did not turn out right. There may have been betrayal, lies, not seeing eye to eye, not being on the same page, secrets involved, and just basically you may have been actually dealing with a person who was working against you, okay? So like maybe you had a plan in mind and this person like may have seemed like they were helping you, but actually behind your back was just really just plucking away at every brick that you laid down to lay down your foundation. And it just really, you know, just really left a bad taste. Really left a bad taste, okay? And so now moving forward, you know, just anytime we see a lick of good, it's just it's almost as if we're triggered by goodness. Somebody's nice to us, we're triggered. If somebody's generous to us, we're triggered. If somebody becomes thoughtful, we get triggered. If somebody shows that they're considerate, we get triggered. Because we have flashbacks to whenever this particular person was kind, when they were thoughtful, when they were considerate. It all came with some type of hidden motive or hidden agenda. And most people at the sight of a good person, it's like they would get really happy. But it's almost as if, it's kind of like Libra gang, sorry to say, but it's kind of like we're like the abused puppy. It's almost as if like an abused puppy, if you take it from a house that it has been abused, where like they weren't feeding the dog properly, or maybe we're like leaving it outside and stuff and just not really caring for it and just being very mean and malicious to that puppy, once you actually introduce that puppy to a loving family, the puppy is going to naturally pull back. It's going to want to stay in its cage. It's not going to want to socialize, and it's going to bark at and probably bite the people who tries to be nice to it and the people who tries to pet it. And that's because it remembers what happens to it at the hands of its previous owners that was supposed to care for it. It remembers all of that. Like every time they saw the hands of the nice people, they thought about the hands of the mean people, you know? And it's like we're the exact same way, you know? Anything that reminds us of this person of the past, and mostly in the form of this goodness. Like we're seeing that this person that we're dealing with, okay, they're stable, some solid, something secure. Like we're seeing this, and all it does is triggers us. When we should be happy, when we should feel comfortable and at ease, we actually feel uptight, on guard, not safe, vulnerable, and just not in a good headspace, to the point to where it can actually make us argumentative, or it can make us combative, or it can make us hostile or aggressive in times that we're supposed to be gentle and caring and nurturing. And it's all pretty much a defense mechanism, you know? It's almost as if all the red flags that we overlooked or didn't see at all, it's almost as if we're trying to see it now in the new person, you know, or the person that we're married to now, or the boss that we have now. And in some type of way, it's almost as if we're punishing the person that we're in a partnership with now. It's almost as if we're punishing them for the past person's actions. I don't know why I'm getting it, but like some of us Libras, it's almost as if like we're beating ourselves up over how we allowed this past situation to get so bad. Probably thinking to ourselves like, oh, I'm stupid. How could I have let this happen? Or why didn't I say this? Or why didn't I do this? And it's like now we're just like, oh, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do this. So with the new person, we may actually be or pop off as reckless or like mean or ruthless and just, you know, just not friendly. I'll just say that, okay? Some of the Libra gangs may actually associate ourselves with anger, because it's just like, how could this have happened to me? How could I have let this happen to me? And now it's like, not only are we angry at the person of the past, but also angry at ourselves. Because like, yes, this person did this and betrayed me like this and hurt me like this, but I allowed that. So it's like now, not only are we punishing ourselves, but we're also punishing the new person. And whose video did I name self-sabotage, maybe? That was Taurus's self-sabotage. I think that was Taurus's video that I named self-sabotage. We are literally doing the same thing, okay? Because we have something good here, but we're fighting against it, you know? We're fighting it. Or either if we're not fighting it, we're fighting it internally, okay? Just low-key feeling like it's just too good to be true, okay? If you're in a relationship or marriage, just anytime this person is good to you, it just about triggers us. Okay, I ask you, if you hungry, what you want to know if I'm hungry for? What you want from me? What you must expect something. What do you want? Okay, and it's just very coming off like very hostile. Okay, just not friendly, not nice, not like the innocent version of us and the vulnerable and real version of us at heart. Who we were with this person of the past and this partnership. It's like that person has just about disappeared. It's like that person just doesn't even exist anymore. And it's like this new person and this new partnership, whether it's on a job or in a business or in a relationship or marriage, it's almost as if like they're getting the wrath or the bad end of the stick for something that they didn't even do, you know? And it's not fair to this person, you know, although what happened to us, it was not fair either. But it's just kind of like, if we continue to, it looks like we move forward, but emotionally, it's almost as if we just have not. Because if we move forward emotionally, that anger would not still be here. This doubt would not still be here. This trust issues, it would not be here. And that's just a sign that we have not fully accepted not only the situation or accepted what was done, but we also have not accepted our role in how we allowed that to happen. Just, I don't know why I get it, but just deep anger at the fact that such a thing would happen under our nose like that. Like, how did we not stop this? How did it get that far? Like, why us? Okay, so some of our Libra gangs may feel kind of in like the victim mode, okay? Like, all this happened to me, so now everybody around me has to pay for it. I'm not letting anybody back close to me. I'm not being nice to anybody else. I'm not friendly anymore. Like, no. But the thing is, though, Libra gang, is that the people that are in our lives today, and you know what? This 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups could simply just be your family, okay? But the people that are around us today, Libra gang, are not, I hope not, are not the ones who we experienced this tragedy with. And because they were not the ones that we experienced this tragedy with, it's not fair for us to punish them and put them in the same boat as the people of the past or the person of the past that let us down. It's just not fair, you know? And it's just kind of like, let's say for instance, if somebody gave you like a Christmas gift, maybe a guitar for instance, okay? And one of your children destroyed it, okay? Or if you don't have any children, one of your friends or your dog destroys it. Whoever just knows that the guitar got destroyed, okay? So the next time somebody buys you a guitar, you're just like, nah, I don't want the guitar. Last time it got destroyed, I don't want this one. Like, you just start yelling at them and pushing them out the door. And just like, no, I don't want the guitar, I'm gonna put it back. Because last time I had a guitar, it was destroyed. So I don't want another one because I don't want it to get destroyed. It's just kind of like we're blocking our blessing before it can even get here. And we're fighting against the wrong people. We're taking our anger out on the wrong people. We're trying to seek justice from the wrong people. But it's not even fair that we're blaming ourselves. It's not even fair that we're being mean and critical of ourselves for why we let this get so bad. Like, that's not even fair. And honestly, it's not even fair to ourselves that we're still holding a grudge towards the people of the past or the person of the past, because that's not hurting them. That's hurting us. That's messing with our mental health. That's causing us the high blood pressure. That's causing us the high cholesterol. Like, that's us that we're hurting when we hold on to that anger or hold on to those painful memories that anger us. That's all we're doing is hurting ourselves. And by us embodying that anger and embodying that hurt and betrayal, we're also hurting the people around us that care deeply for us. You know, and you know, it's just kind of like we have to put ourselves in the other person's shoes. Like, let's say for instance, if you're just meeting somebody and things are going well and just out of nowhere they just start getting really mean with you. Like, you're doing nice stuff for them and they're just really snappy and just agitated with you, and just, you know, you're just wondering yourself, like, what did I do to you? Like, what did I do wrong? Like, where did this come from? Like, why are you so snappy at me? And it's simply because they have been hurt and they have not addressed that hurt, and they haven't allowed themselves to feel that hurt, and they haven't accepted the fact that they're hurt, let alone accepted the fact that they, you know, it wasn't their fault, you know? And I think a lot of us forget that. It's like we blame ourselves for what happened, but we forget that we didn't do that to us. We didn't do that to ourselves. Another person did that. And no, we didn't have the power in the past to stop it, because if we did, we would have. But now, because we have this experience, we can use it in a good way. But not in a way to where it installs fear in us from moving forward. But we can instead use it as what love does not look like. This is not what trust looks like. This is not what family looks like, okay? So we know what it does not look like. And so now moving forward, this will help us to identify this new beginning with this new person, whether it's on a job or in a business or in a relationship or marriage. Because we will see, oh wow, so this person, they don't snap on me. This person, they don't belittle me. This person, they don't yell at me. This person, they don't do sneaky stuff behind my back. This person, they don't lie to me. They are not the thing of the past. It's just all about our mind. Like, our mind is so powerful, Libra gang, that this in front of us is the Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. But because our mind is so powerful, just by us doubting it, we're seeing it completely different. Like, we don't see this as a Nine of Pentacles. We don't see this as a Ten of Cups. Although it is that, and it's right in front of us, we don't see that. All we see is our fears. All we see is our anger, and we get triggered by seeing those fears because we have seen good before, and it came with a lot of pain behind it. We saw joy before, we've laughed before, and after we got done laughing, after we got done enjoying ourselves with this person, came pain. And all we see is the pain. We don't see the laughter, we don't see the happiness, we don't see this Nine of Pentacles, we don't see this Ten of Cups. All we see is triggers. All we see is red flags. All we see is literally just all the bad things that we went through just flashing before our eyes every time we see this person. And especially anytime they do something nice for us. And that's because we have not fully let go. We are still holding a grudge. I know a lot of y'all like, nah, I done moved on, I'm grown now. That's been about 20, 30, 15 years ago. Okay. So why is your reading like this? Okay. But Libra gang, we are known to move on quickly because we're air signs, okay? But when you have been hurt deeply, when you have been betrayed by a person that you genuinely loved, that is not, I don't care who you are, I don't care how detached you are, I don't care how smart you are, I don't care how wise you are, I don't care how spiritual you are, I don't care how much alcohol you drink, how much weed you smoke. If you have been hurt deeply to the core by the person that you really loved the most and trusted the most, that is not something that you can just skip on past. That's something that takes time. That's something that you have to really sit down and address and be like, oh wow, that really hurt me. Like, that really angered me because I didn't expect that from this person. I loved this person. I cared for this person and I trusted this person, and they let me down. And so, like, it's just coming face to face with that pain, you know? And most of our Libra gangs, honestly, I feel like they're probably not going to, because we're air signs. We're more we're more up here than we are right here. So it's kind of harder for us to actually sit down in emotions and be like, oh wow, I'm actually hurt. Oh wow, that really did make me mad. Like, we don't really think like that. We just see it as, okay, they betrayed me, I can't deal with them no more. But it's more to it than that. It's more to it than just not dealing with them anymore. It's more to it than just not talking to them anymore and just moving on with our lives. It's actually going within ourselves and addressing how that made us feel and allowing ourselves to actually move forward without the haunting thoughts and the haunting fears of the past reoccurring, okay? Yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for us this week, Libra gang. This is pretty much the week of addressing those hidden wounds, addressing those wounds that we just put a band-aid on for a really long time, and just really getting to the bottom of why we are pushing away and doubting and fighting against this partnership, whether it's on a business, job, or in a relationship or marriage, okay? But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Only take these messages as they resonate. If you like this video, be sure to like it so I can tell that you're interested. Also, subscribe so the next time our video comes out, you'll have first-hand access to it. And also, if you feel comfortable, Libra Gang, you can comment at the bottom how this resonates with you so our other Libras can comment and we can have our own community, okay? Other than that, once again, thanks so much for watching, Libra Gang. Until next time, toodles!